Hey, what's up? I'm Ga. This is 7 Mortal Sins. Welcome. Today, I got a guide for Mammon on here for you guys. But I'm not going to go over her kit in the Soulpedia because they only show her at plus 21, which at the moment is a little unreasonable. She gets really good at plus 21, but that's going to take a lot of resources. So we're going to go into my cast and look at my Mammon and kind of do the guide off of that one. Alright, so going over her kit real quick, take a look at her passive. So she's immune to Confuse. If she has a DOT on her, she converts it to regeneration, which is super cool. Money Talks basically gives her a follow-up attack during her first 3 turns on 2 random targets. Her special, or her ult, deals damage, reduces the skill cooldown of allies by 1, which is very nice, inflicts weight of gold on 3 enemy targets with the highest speed, and extends the duration of her Money Talks, which is her follow-up attack in her passive, so that would normally only last about 3 turns. This gives her an extra 2. And Weight of Gold is a speed debuff, 35% for 2 turns. That is quite a lot of speed to lose. Her power attack deals damage based off of her attack. Before the action, removes Fracture from all allies and gives them Iron Wrist. So Iron Wrist is a 30% attack buff, lasts for 2 turns. And she also increases the move gauge of Tech-type allies by 25%, and increases Agility-type enemies with the highest attack skill cooldown by 1. I believe... okay, so once she gets to plus 18, she just increases the skill cooldown of all enemies. But this is mainly good for its attack buff. And her basic attack deals damage based off her attack, inflicts lethal drug and injured to the target, and removes healing over time, so it removes regen. And then inflicts lethal drug on 2 random enemy targets. And she also buffs defense on 2 allies by 15%. Injured reduces healing by 50%, and lethal drug is a DOT. So essentially, Mammon is a DOT DPS / team support. I believe her DOT scales off of enemy attack, so the higher their attack, the more damage they're going to take from the DOT. So her personal attack isn't super important. But what you really want to do is make sure that you can get her as fast as you can, because that way she'll be able to stack up all these DOTs, as well as constantly refresh all of her buffs, like this really nice attack buff, this defense buff, which is going to make your team more bulky, and if you have any characters on your team that scale their damage percentage off of defense, this is also very helpful. Speaking of very helpful, her consonance is probably one of the best things about her. So her consonance skill increases the defense and speed of Tech-type allies. And in the future, this is going to be able to go up even further to level 10, I believe. And once she gets that, it removes the Tech-type ally condition from her consonant skill, and it just becomes a team-wide defense and speed boost, which is super valuable. So if you want someone to build now that is going to get even more value in the future, Mammon is a great character to start investing into. And luckily she's on banner right now as well. So since Mammon is primarily a support, she's going to pair with a lot of different characters. But first, let's get into her build. I kind of touched on it a little bit. You definitely want speed. That's why I run her on a 4-piece Nightshade set. Just so she can constantly, like I said, keep refreshing those buffs, keep applying DOTs. And then I would also recommend HP, so that she can live longer, she can tank. She's going to come in super bulky because her consonant skill also applies to herself. So she's giving herself that defense, she's giving herself that speed, and if you stack HP on top of that, she's just going to be super thick, like she should be. So yeah, HP, speed, just make her, you know, super tanky, super fast, and she's going to do an awesome job for you guys. And if you're wondering who to pair her with, she pairs with so many different characters, like it's insane. She is just a great support character to have on any team, like especially right now if you are running green focus or tech type cores on your team. You know, someone like Christmas Lucifer benefits a lot from that attack buff, from that extra speed. She's going to be a lot faster and hit harder. You know, Summer Levy, same thing. And then she also pairs super nicely with Sandalphon, both versions, the green and the red version, because they have defense scaling in their kit. Like as you can see, deals damage based off of defense, deals damage based off of defense, based off of defense. And then even on her OG version, she scales off of attack and defense. See, attack and defense, and Mammon gives both attack and defense, buffing both sides of Sandalphon. She also pairs really well with Belphegor. Both versions of Belphegor, if I can find them, they want to come out. Where are you at? Am I blind here? What the heck? Well, we found Ghostwalker, so this will be good enough. So yeah, both Bells are tanky characters. They like that defense. They're both pretty slow, so they like having that extra speed. And yeah, just a great pairing for anyone that wants attack, speed, and defense, which is like the entire cast, and that's really what makes her such a versatile support. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, Mammon in a nutshell. Awesome support, thick mama. She's gonna be great if you decide to build her. If not, that's okay too. You know, if she's not for you, I'm not shaming anybody. But let me know down in the comments what video you guys want to see next. Whether it's another guide video on a different character, if it's, you know, something you're just wondering about. You can also come ask a whole bunch of questions in the Discord. Link in the description. Everyone's usually super helpful there. We have tons of helpers, and especially for helping out new players if you're new as well. But until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.